The texts of TPP and its European counterpart TTIP have been made even more secret. The European Commission is making the TTIP deal even more secret by having put in place a new rule which says that politicians need to go to a secure reading room in Brussels, Belgium, to look at the text. An investigation by German news site Corrective has revealed that the Commission is cracking down on TTIP security after there were a bunch of leaks, supposedly by EU member states, who had accessed information on the deal electronically. And it is not just TPP that is experiencing this. The US-Asian equivalent, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, we've been talking about it for months, now is also using the super secure reading room idea. Robert Smith, who's host of the Planet Money podcast on NPR, said, quote, "In Washington, D.C., they love secrecy, but even by Washington standards, this amazed me. In the basement of the U.S. Capitol, there is a room, a locked, soundproof room. The only people allowed in the room are U.S. senators, and they can't bring in their assistants. They can't bring in their phones. They can't even take notes there. Inside the room is not the codes for our nuclear weapons. It's not CIA files. It's not the documents that tell us aliens landed in Roswell. No, in this room is the text of a trade deal." If corporations are not allowed to secretly meet to conspire against the public, price fixing being one example, why is it okay for elected officials? No democratically elected official should be voting on anything that the people they represent can't have full access to read and review and comment on unless there are specific national security reasons for secrecy. But we're just told, Lewis, that this is just a great trade deal that's going to be great for consumers and voters and everybody. If that's the case, shouldn't the constituents get a chance to read and opine and open?
I would think so. Yeah. So the rabbit hole gets a little deeper here. I think the only thing recently we've seen that had this much of a lack of transparency was probably things related to the Patriot Act and spying across our country. And so, that's pretty disturbing.
Maybe the issue is that these deals are going to screw consumers so hard that if the texts were public, it would cause such outrage that people would be rioting in the streets. I kind of wish that were the case. I am sadly realizing, though, that not that many people care enough about TPP, if they even know about it. Part of the problem being corporate media doesn't really talk about it. That so many people, even if the text was released, I don't know if people would be that up in arms about it.
Yeah. Well, we need to keep throwing a fit, and we need to keep trying to get some transparency here, as futile as it may be.
After the break, I will interview Victor Tan Chen about disappearing American jobs.